Come on up. Welcome, Duane Willenbring.
I'm Duane Willenbring. As you know, I have sent out, most of you probably got a brochure that talks a lot about my background in that, but if you recall, one of the things that I have is for common sense governance. And the greatest reward that a man gets for his dedication to a community is not what he gets for it, but what he becomes because of it. And in my case, I think that I am that leader, and that leader is not a right that you were born with. It's something that you go and achieve during the many, many years of being committed to an industry and to a community. I'm a family man. My wife and I have been residents of Rockville 35 plus years. We have 4 children. They're growing up on us now, from about 34 years to our baby 27. We have 2 daughters and 2 sons. And we also have a recent addition called a grandson, and we're just extremely proud of that, and that's probably one of my primary reasons that I'm running for, so that we have an environment so that our next generation of children and grandchildren can flourish. Lifetime commitment to the community. I've served on the planning and zoning of the Rockville Township back in the 80s. My wife and I started our own construction business in 1977, and in the early 90s we started doing a little bit of land developing, and because of the potential of a conflict of interest by developing land and also being on the planning and zoning, I stepped off of that planning and zoning at that time. Currently I serve on the Rockville EDA, or the Economic Development Authority board, and also a member of the Boundaries Commission that was involved in trying to help expedite that information and the gathering of information on the north side on Hewer Lane. Charter member of the Rockville Lions since 1976, and still currently a member of the Rockville Business Association, and also a member of the Rockville Sportsman's Club. I'm very active in the Boy Scouts committee, nearly 2 decades of volunteering my time out there, many community projects, so truly I have been a firm believer in being a cheerleader for our community, Rockville. Why did I enter the race? A lot of people have asked me that question. Quite frankly, for me, the timing is right in my life. I've got into the semi-retirement mode of the construction. I only have one part-time person, or one person in the office, and I have shedded the load of the day-to-day grind of having employees, so we subcontract that, and we're still in the construction business and remodeling business, but less and less of daily routine. For many years as a volunteer leader in trade associations and local service organizations, should be some great attributes that I could bring forward to help run the city government. I have a positive attitude, accept criticism constructively, and rather than taking it personally, and I think that's something that, quite frankly, we need a new breath of fresh air in that regards. A groundswell of people from different areas of the city have come to me and asked me to run, which was another one of the driving forces, including my family members. So, quite frankly, throughout the 6 miles plus a square area, there was quite a bit of that going on, and so that was probably one of the primary reasons. What's next? I know the pulse of the community, and I can sense, as many of you undoubtedly are aware of, there's an irritation and a yearning for change. There's a culture in the city where the taxpayers will once again, or my vision is to create a culture in a city where taxpayers will once again be allowed to have a voice in how the city government is run. To make a concerted effort to curtail the tax and spend mentality of the current administration, and approach the city's budget from a business perspective, to be fiscally responsible, remembering it's your money, not the government's. And so I sense that my 3 minutes are probably up. I'll certainly stick around to open and have a unique discussion of specific ones. Must proceed to have a realistic, balanced budget every year is one of the other things. Live in a land of opportunity, not entitlements. I believe that government has an important but a limited role in addressing needs, and we should need to be extremely careful about city spending making sure that we're getting the most for our money, holding the line on taxes, and cutting wasteful bureaucracy. And so in closing, if I could sincerely ask each and every one of you to exercise your right to vote on just 10 short days from right now, and I ask for your vote. Thank you.